What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now today I've got for you a couple of crazy entitled parent stories. Stay tuned to find out what happens when an entitled woman gets annoyed at a loud car. It's very funny, trust me, you'll want to watch the whole of this video. Woman keys car because it's too loud. So for some background, the car wasn't mine, it was my brother-in-law's. He is suing her for about $60,000 for the damages. I don't know the exact car model, but it's a muscle car and it's a manual. So it all started when I decided I wanted to start learning stick. Since my brother-in-law is the only person I know with a manual car, I had him come over and teach me. When the car starts up, it does make a rather loud rev. We made sure to do it in the afternoon as to not wake people up and try to be considerate. Anyways, it was about the third or fourth day of him teaching me when she first appeared. Karen said, "Nice car, a bit too loud for my taste, but still, it's nice." "Oh, thanks. Mind trying to keep it down a bit? My baby doesn't really seem to like it that much." "Yep, sure, we've been driving in the day so it doesn't wake people up. I didn't know anyone around here had a baby, so I'm sorry about that. It's not a problem, just be quieter, okay?" She said this with that condescending tone and smile on her face as she walked off. Now this kind of made me mad because I just thought it was a friendly chat. It wouldn't be the first time people have talked to me about my brother-in-law's car thinking it's mine. I've grown to accept that people will think whatever, so I play along and just tell my brother about it later. 2 days go by with no sign of her. I wake up, get ready, and wait for my brother-in-law to come over so we can start my lesson. I walk outside and lo and behold, she was there. "I thought I told you to keep it down." "Sorry, I can't control it. It's just how the car starts, and we're not gonna leave it running while we're not in it. That's a waste of gas." "I don't care. Stop being so loud." And with that, she was gone. It always annoys me when people complain about cars being loud. A car is a motor vehicle with a combustion engine in it. Of course, it's gonna make noise. My brother-in-law got to my place and off we went. We came back to my house to eat lunch. About 2 hours or so later, my sister and mother come over and tell my brother-in-law and I to go look at the car. The entire driver's side was scratched up and even a tire was popped. Only one person came to mind when I saw it: Karen. We, meaning me and my brother-in-law, walked down to her house, which was only a few houses down, and knocked on her door. All we hear come from the other side is, "I'm not apologizing." Wait, so she already knew who it was. So this led to my brother-in-law saying, "Then you better have a good case in court, you female dog. That's gonna cost you a lot to fix, and I'm suing you for every effing cent." "Maybe keep it down then, you hick." "Well, maybe don't go keying cars and popping tires and you won't get sued, you bimbo." This went on for about 20 minutes. We head back, call the police, and get everything ready for what was about to come. As soon as they got there, we started to explain what happened. How I was learning stick, how the car was, showed them the damages, told them what Karen said, etc. We were making sure our side was accurate, so we made sure our timeline was correct. After a while, we walked with the police to her house, and it went down about as well as you'd expect. The first officer says to her, "Excuse me, mom, can you come out here for a minute? This is the PD wanted to speak to you about the car." "I'm not apologizing. I told them to keep it down, and they didn't. They deserve it." The second officer says, "Mom, what you did is against the law and they are pressing charges. You have 5 minutes to get out here or we will get a warrant for your arrest and come back." "Nice try, but I'm not stupid. I know my rights. And you're not allowed to enter my home without my consent or a search warrant." "That's only partially true. We can't search your home without a warrant. However, if we have a warrant for your arrest, we can legally enter your home and place you into custody." She was stubborn. Again, they went back and forth for a bit. After the allotted time set, we went back to my house, the cops left to get a warrant, and we waited. Currently, the lawsuit is in order and the trial is in a few days. She is in police custody. I have never found it easier to drive a stick shift knowing I won't have to deal with her condescending ways and tones. Yeah, this is just a pretty idiotic woman, if I'm honest. First of all, why are you keying someone's car and blowing up their tire when they're just driving it? Cars obviously make noise, like OP said, and they did it during the day. You're obviously allowed to do that. I don't understand why she was annoyed at that. Secondly, when they went over to your house, OP and his brother-in-law, you immediately admitted to doing the crime. Like, surely you shouldn't have done that because there wasn't any evidence necessarily to suggest that you actually had done it. Yeah, it might have been pretty obvious, but unless there was some cold hard evidence confidence you weren't going to get arrested when you just immediately said, I'm not apologizing. You were dead to rights right there. And then thirdly, I don't understand why you were saying, yeah, you're not allowed to arrest me. You've just admitted to it. They can come into your house and arrest you. This lady is just obviously very, very stupid. To be honest, guys, I really want to know what's going to happen in this story. So, yeah, you know, the lawsuit, etc. If she does get arrested, for how long? You know, she's put in prison, perhaps, because that is obviously illegal to key someone's very nice car and then burst the tires. So yeah, I will make sure, guys, if this video gets, you know, let's go for 5,000 likes, I will make sure to keep a track of this story and bring you part 2 if it ever comes. Now, guys, before we hop into today's second story, I've firstly got to say a massive thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Dashlane. Dashlane is the easiest way to keep yourself safe and secure online. With quarantine, social distancing, and isolation still happening all over the world, we are using the internet more than ever right now. And Dashlane offers you an easy way to stay safe at all times online. Their VPN servers can encrypt your data at the push of a button, keeping you secure. And it also allows you to choose any country you would like to virtually be in, so you can access content from across the world which would otherwise be blocked on sites like Netflix. Dashlane also offers a safe, simple, and affordable way to store and fill your passwords and personal information. Ranging from credit cards to financial info, literally anything you need, they'll do it for you. Their autofill makes logging into any website incredibly safe and easy. Just click once to log in and Dashlane will do the rest, even creating a secure password that you will never have to remember if you like. To put it simply, Dashlane works on everything, everywhere. So download Dashlane on your first device for free today by going to www.dashlane.com/Redditor. Then if you want to upgrade to premium to use Dashlane across all your devices, you can use my promo code Redditor to get a discount off your first year. So guys, if you are interested in downloading Dashlane today for free, the link is in the top line of the description and in the pinned comment. Go and check it out. I use it every single day. They've been working with me for well over a year now. They're just amazing people. So yeah, it's totally free. If you don't like it, then you don't have to use it. But trust me, you will like it. I personally love it. Go and check it out. Now moving on to our second story. Karen gets offended by a gay couple at a restaurant and demands they leave. I'm back again with another entitled parent story to share with you, and it gives me no pleasure to say that the Karen in this story is my own mother. I have so many stories about her entitlement when I was growing up, but this one is by far the most embarrassing for me. I hope you enjoy. This happened in 2004 when I was 14. We just moved to another country and were living in a small town of around 12,000 people. I should mention that my mother is extremely homophobic, and although there weren't many gay people that I knew of around town, there was one couple who didn't hide their relationship. I am nothing like my mother, so although I grew up with her pushing her homophobia onto me, I never shared her views on the topic. I'm bisexual, but at the time I never told her because I knew what her reaction would be. One afternoon we went for lunch at a small cafe that served meals. Apart from a fish and chip shop, it was the only place my choosing beggar mother ever went to. We sat down and ordered our food, and while we were waiting, a gay couple came in and sat at a table near the back. Out of the few known gay couples in the town, these two were the most out and proud of all of them, as they should be without ridicule, much to my mother's displeasure. She didn't notice them at first, but when she did, the poop storm hit the fan. She didn't say anything at first, she just stared daggers at them, hoping that they would leave on their own. As unsettling as my mother is when she's giving her infamous death glare, it has a lot less power over others as she thinks it does, or should. Imagine an angry and red face giving an "I'm going to murder you in your sleep" staring match. Wow. The couple didn't even notice her and went on to order and chat while they waited for their meals. There was no groping or makeout sessions going on, just two grown men sitting side by side holding hands. No big deal, right? Wrong. When the server came to deliver our food, my mum took the opportunity to say something. Excuse me, can you ask those two to leave? Or at least sit them somewhere else. I don't want to watch them and their disgusting behaviour. They're not doing anything wrong, Mom, but there's a table outside you can sit at if you would like to move. No, I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything wrong. Unlike them, make those F-sticks move. Mom, if you're going to speak like that, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. What? What did I do? She was getting loud, and I could tell that the couple could hear what was going on, but were pretending not to hear her. Mom, you have three options. Stay here and be quiet, or I can put your food in takeaway containers for you and you can leave. I don't think you'll like option 3. My mum was angry and defeated at this point. Fine then, I'll stay, but I'm never coming back here after this horrible service. We ate our food while I desperately wanted to leave or sink into my chair out of embarrassment. Mother Dearest was glaring at them the entire time, even though they turned their chairs so all we could see was the back of their heads. And much to the dismay of the staff there, Mum came back many other times after that. A few weeks after this, I ran into the couple in town and apologized to them about my mother. I made sure they knew that I didn't think the same way as her, and they were fine about it. I lived in that town for about a year after this happened and then went to live with my dad. My life was much better after I escaped her entitlement and Karenness, and I haven't spoken to her in over 7 years. The world is better without toxic people in it. Wow, yeah, OP, obviously I totally agree with your last comment there. Making someone feel bad about themselves because of their sexuality, something they can't change, something they should be proud of, is absolutely mad. I can't understand it. I just think to myself, like, what a horrible life your mum must lead if she cares that much about being negative to other people. There must just be so much negativity that she has in her own head and in her own life. It can't be a very pleasant life that she's enjoying, to be honest. Well, not enjoying, probably hating, let's be real. The great news is obviously that you don't subscribe to her same opinions, so that just shows that, you know, we have this horrible old generation which involves some people that are just homophobic, racist, etc. But they're moving on, they're gonna die soon, guys, and then we'll be the old generation and we won't be racist or homophobic, and we'll teach our kids not to be as well. So yeah, it's getting better. Anyway guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Entitled Parents. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to go down below, check out Dashlane in the description, the pinned comment. They've been amazing to me for over a year, as I said, and their product is just really, really good. Well, you wouldn't see it here on my channel advertised. So yeah, please go and check it out. It's totally free to use. Just try it out, and if you don't like it, well, who really cares? You gave it a go. If you want more content from me immediately, check out the video on screen, and if not, then just make sure you are subscribed so you never miss one of my daily uploads.